What's up, NXT fans? My name is Swede Amore, and I am gonna review NXT, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Chelsea, and she's my co-host, and you can't teach that.
Bada bing, bada boom. Let's do this review.
How you doing?
All right.
So funny.
Speaking of Enzo and Cass, they opened the show today against Wilder and Dawson. What did you think about that match?
I thought it was a great tag team match to start NXT here tonight. I personally gave the match a 7.
A 7.
Get into the scores right away, and I will tell you why it was a 7, because I thought that there was great chemistry in the ring between the two teams. They seemed to click very good, and a very impressive win by Dash and Dawson.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I think that might have been their first win on TV, at least that I remember.
I think so, yeah.
And one thing that I'd like to point out is I noticed that the lady outside the ring, Carmella, I thought that she did a great job getting the crowd pumped up during the whole match. She was getting them to clap and do the how you doing thing and everything.
Definitely.
So overall, a good match. I thought it was great. I gave it a 7. What about you?
Yeah, well, great mind think alike, I guess.
She's stealing my scores all the time.
I should actually check your score beforehand, so
I gotta hide my notes from you or something.
Yeah, well, don't hide them. Maybe I wouldn't pick the same if I see your score. Like you said, great match. I know how you pointed out how both teams have a great chemistry together, but I'd like you to just concentrate on Wilder and Dawson. Those two, it's a new tag team here in NXT.
Correct.
And they're just doing fantastic. They had an amazing chemistry together as a team. They're working really good. And what about that finishing move?
Oh, that was terrific.
My God, that Shatter Machine was just unbelievably good. And as you mentioned before, I do agree with you. Carmella is doing a fantastic job as a valet. She's getting the crowd into it, and she's doing great.
Yeah, definitely. And what an impressive victory, and what a horrible loss for Enzo and Big Cass.
Yeah.
Who are on a downward spiral now ever since losing to Blake and Murphy.
I'm a little deceived about that, but...
Moving along, the second match of the night was between one of my wife's favorites, Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf.
Who is it now?
Yes.
Okay.
You used to love that guy, remember?
I used to.
And his opponent today, his victim today, I should say, was Jesse Sorensen.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see your score and what you thought about this match.
Alright, I'll give the score 2.
2. Why such a low score? Please elaborate.
I used to like Baron Corbin. Yes, you're right. But I am so fed up of those 10-second matches.
Well, I think this one went at least 12 seconds, to be fair.
Whatever. Can it be a real match? I am fed up. I have nothing to say about it. It was what it is. Squash match, like 12, 13 seconds. I don't give a shit. I hated it. That's all I have to say. What did you think about it?
And I'm usually the nice guy on the show. She's,
the bitch.
Well, no, I was going to say the good cop, bad cop. But
okay.
Bitch, or if you want to call yourself. I actually gave it a 1.
What?
Okay, hear me out. There was one move in the match. The end of days. Greatly executed. That's what my 1 is for the one move used in this match.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I gotta say, I heard you rant a little bit on Baron Corbin, and I'm gonna do the same here. I know the commentators they build up Corbin a lot, saying how he's he exemplifies intensity.
I'm sorry.
This look that he has on his face, I don't find that intensity. I'd like to see this guy maybe scream or yell or beat his chest or do. I mean, God, you're a 7-foot-tall beast.
At least do a noise or something?
Yeah, do a noise. Presence is not enough for me. It doesn't do it enough for me.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, a 1 is all I could give it.
Wow.
Low scores for me.
Very low. So, the next match was between Jason Jordan and Chad Gable versus Samson and Lenny's something. I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
I think it was Lennis Venezuela Jr. or something.
Possible.
Say that 2 times fast.
No. So what did you think about that match?
It was the second tag team match of the evening, and of course we had the Tag Team Championship match coming up, so we knew that we were going to see 3 tag team matches tonight. Now the first match I gave a 7, this one I'm going to be giving a 6 to. just because I liked it a little bit less than I liked the first tag team match of the night.
Okay.
Great work again by Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. It was a spectacular finish. They, of course, picked up the victory. But I would have liked to see more of the match. I found it, again, a little... I wouldn't say it was a squash match because their opponents had some offense, but it was a showcase match. It was, again, to show how, Jordan and Gable are on a roll moving forward in NXT. But a 6 for me. It was a pass. What about you?
It's definitely a good team. I'm actually surprised because I'm the generous one right now.
Mm-hmm.
I give it an 8.
An 8? So you liked it more than the first match. I'd like to hear why.
You know why? Because Enzo lost. So it lost 1. No, I'm kidding.
And I'm wearing the soft t-shirt. So.
It's my t-shirt. Seriously though, I like Gable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of Jason.
Really?
But I like Gable. His technique is incredible. I love to see him in the ring. And, you can clearly see that he has an Olympic background, and he's using it. Kind of remind me of Kurt Angle. I'm sorry.
I made that comparison last week, actually.
Yeah, it's very possible. But, he's going to bring something to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a little lack of technique for certain guy. But Gable is just... I can't wait to see more of him. And that grand amplitude at the end...
Devastating finishing maneuver.
Beautiful. And that's how they actually won that match.
Mm-hmm. Good. Now, before we get to the next match and the next score, I want to ask you about something that's a little bit off topic. Before the next match, we actually saw a little vignette of another one of your favorite wrestlers, Bull Dempsey.
Not really.
Who's now going to be doing these Bull Fit, I guess, I don't know if it's going to be a series, if we're going to see more of it. But what's your take just on this whole storyline of him becoming a pig and being out of shape? What's your thoughts on that whole storyline?
I have split thought about it.
Okay.
In a certain way, it's so degrading for Bull. It's, showing that bigger people are just pig doing this and this. But at the same time, I can kind of see where WWE can go with it.
The entertainment behind it, right?
The entertainment, and they want to be role model. Think about all those bigger kids down there that they don't really have the motivation, and this is what Bull is portraying lately. What if you get a little kick in the ass and start training, eating healthy? I'd like to see him actually lose weight on this little program.
Yeah, but he's making a joke out of it. You saw his friend in the gym was picking him up to climb the ropes. He fell down the stairs. He's making a mockery of it. That's what I don't like about this.
You gotta make it entertaining because reality TV is boring. You have to put the drama, the comedy, just to make it entertaining, I would enjoy just seeing him sit eating a salad.
Fair enough. I just hope there's a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, and the vignettes eventually get more serious to him actually training, and maybe we can see more of an in-shape Bull Dempsey in the future.
Definitely.
Well, thank you very much for your thoughts on that impromptu segment that we saw.
Yeah.
The next match was an NXT Divas match between Charlotte and Dana Brooke. They've been building up this match for a couple of weeks now. What did you give that match? And your thoughts, please.
I give it a 2. 2. Just like Baron Corbin's match. See, Dana Brooke sucks. She can't wrestle. She has no charisma. She doesn't have her place in the ring. I'm sorry for saying that. Maybe she's going to improve in the future. She totally bummed out that match. It was sloppy. It was boring. Not entertaining at all. And she made Charlotte look like nothing. She just looked so bad because of Brooke. I'm not a big fan of Charlotte because, we all know she's there because of her dad. But that match, oh my god, it was a sleeper. What did you think about that?
I think this is going to be one of the biggest difference in scores we've ever had on our show here. I mean, I gave it a 7 personally. Careful, careful. I thought that the moves that they did in the match were decent. I thought they were good.
They were sloppy.
I thought there were some good moves in there. And they got the crowd involved. I thought it was one of the better crowd reaction matches of the night. I heard the Let's Go Dana, Dana Sucks chant, kind of like Cena. I could see her as the female Cena, where fans kind of get on her for not being a wrestler and being a fitness model, but I thought she kept up with Charlotte. And did I not say when we were watching this match that Charlotte is going to have to lead this match?
Which is bad because she cannot lead a match.
Well, I think her being the more experienced of the two in the ring, I thought it was her role to lead the match, and I thought Dana did a good job of at least keeping up and following with Charlotte. That was my take on the match.
All right, you have the right to your opinion.
Well, that's the thing. Freedom of speech. Anybody
Freedom of speech.
Think what they want. I thought it was an alright match for the NXT Divas.
I just wonder how much money she gave you.
Hey, if you're going to do it with flair, alright.
Ric Flair.
Rick, Charlotte, same thing, right? You always say she's the female Ric
Well,
Flair.
they do look alike. They have that same...
The blonde hair, yeah, I see it.
And the beak. Anyway, let's move on with... That's going to be another interesting debate. Kevin Owens versus Martin Stone.
Can I put it up now, my score?
Go for it.
It's not a 10, it's an 8. I gave the match an 8.
I'm surprised because you're really like, a pro Owens
Hey,
fan.
Kevin Owens is my homeboy, alright? We trained at the same wrestling school, Jacques Rougeau's wrestling school. He trained a little bit before I did. But nonetheless, I actually liked the match. I thought it was going to be a squash match.
Which it was.
No, because Kevin Owens actually gave some offense to his opponent. He came in for a move in the corner and his opponent booted him right in the face.
I must have blinked.
Anyway, I thought it was a great match. Great showcase for Owens. He's continuing his storyline about being frustrated, all these losses to John Cena on pay-per-view, losing the championship to Finn Balor in Japan, and now he's just going to take it out on this rookie. He gave him all of his moves. He emptied out his arsenal. He of course finished it with the pop-up powerbomb, got the 1, 2, 3, and an 8 from me. And I thought it was a great match. What about you?
Take your 8, divide it by 2, and you have my score.
4.
4.
Please elaborate.
A squash match. Do I have to elaborate more than that? I hate squash match, who it is. It could be my favorite, Finn Balor in a squash match. I'm still going to give it a 4. I can't stand squash match. It's such a disrespect for your opponent to just not leave any offense. I know it's, what they're supposed to do, but I don't care. I hate it. And Owens, he just have no charisma. I don't see it. He's going to have to step up his game. I can't see it. He's supposed to be that beast, kicking ass. Yet he's not even 6 feet tall and have no expression.
Okay, I'm going to have to just cut you off here. You say that Kevin Owens has no charisma. What about at the end of the match when he attacked him, powerbombed him on the ring apron, and did Finn Balor's own pose when he went on the top ropes and did that little thing that he does? Like, is that not showing charisma? He did the same thing to Cena with the five knuckles.
But that's not showing charisma. That's just stealing somebody's gimmick.
Here you go again with the gimmick infringement.
But it is. He cannot come up with his own gimmick. He have to steal everybody's gimmick to try to make him into something, which suck. It doesn't work for him. You should, make it your own, become yourself. You have the Charlotte syndrome.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that's the reason why. Kevin Owens will have to prove himself to me for me to give him the score. I grew up on, the next town is him. The next town, I wrestled in the same shows as him. He's gonna have to prove it to me. I don't see in NXT what I saw in the past. I don't know if he's scared. I don't know if he's nervous. I want to see old Kevin Owens, not now Kevin Owens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, hey, there's two sides to every coin, right?
There is.
But an overall score of 6 here, so still a pass for my boy Kevin Owens.
I should have given less, actually.
Which brings us now to the main event.
Main event!
NXT Tag Team Championships are on the line as the challengers, the Vaudevillains, took on a team of Blake and Murphy. Did we see new Tag Team Champions?
No!
Aww.
Blake and Murphy took that victory again in a really good match. Which is why I gave it an 8.
An 8, alright then.
See, times 2, 8.
Aha.
That's how I did my score, actually. It was full of action. It was entertaining. I really, really liked it. I'm starting to be a fan of Blake and Murphy.
Really?
I didn't like them. I liked their energy at the beginning, but maybe not their in-ring work. But I'm starting to really like them. And the reason why it lost some point is that segment at the end of the match. Them being scared of little Alexa Bliss. I know they're not allowed to hit a woman and blah, 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 blah. But just the angle they used it made it look like they were scared of her. Which doesn't make it for me. I hate the fact that the guys cannot touch the woman.
It's the PG era for
I know, but for someone that wrestled with guys, I want to see girl versus guys.
Fair enough. I mean, I beat her up all the time there, so... In wrestling, I don't actually...
Let's not go there right now. We're starting to be professional here.
True. This is a review show.
Yes. What did you think?
Alright, for all the times that you copied my score, I'm going to be copying your score for once. And I also gave it an 8. Tied for me as the best match of the night with the Kevin Owens match. I love giving one match the MVP, if you will, and put it on a higher pedestal. But I couldn't for today. It was a tie for me between Owens and this match. I thought it was overall great chemistry once again between the both teams, and I thought it was the better tag team match of the 3 that we saw tonight.
Yes.
And you know what? You were just talking about the end sequence with Alexis Bliss getting involved.
Yeah.
I actually liked it. I thought that it pushed the feud forward, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a rematch between these two teams at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.
I hope so.
But yeah, an 8 for me. Overall, great match NXT. I thought this was one of the better episodes of NXT in quite some time, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's good to see finally a good match. I do agree with you.
Yeah, well, that just about does it, fans.
Yeah.
For Chelsea, I'm Swedrick. We thank you very much for watching, and we hope you'll join us once again next week on the NXT Review.